Hi, how are you all? We're going to talk about organizing our binders. I'm noticing that as we are going from total remote to face-to-face and remote, I'm noticing that several of you have just totally neglected the Avid binder. So here is a binder, an example. It probably is not going to be exactly like yours, but I'm trying to give you an idea. So first of all, we have our binder, we have our pencil pouch, which is essential, and it should actually have pencils in it. So, because that's the purpose of it, is to have the material and resources we need so we can really get started. And you should have your colored pencils in there. Now, here we are with some cute something to keep me motivated. This just happens to make me happy. And then we start with our calendar. Now, you all remember we created our own calendars. And if you don't have one, we made it so that you won't have an excuse as to why you don't have a calendar, because we all can create a calendar. We have several calendars that we've created here, and you can either purchase one. But the calendar should be right there in the very front. And so you also, we also have another type of calendar where you actually input the information that's happening for that month. So here we are in October, so now you should have two calendars. You should have had one for September, and now you should have made a new one for October. So we're going to go on after your calendar, then you should have your table of contents, which basically tells me what each, and remember now, this is just the Avid section. So let's just say, so you can understand, if this was the Avid section, this was my social studies section, this was my science section, this was my ELA section, and my math section. Even though these are not those, just what if, that's what it should look like. So if I go back to my Avid section, that's the section we are working in. So the purpose of a binder is so that all of your work is in one place. So there should never be a statement that comes out of your thinking, or you should never speak about the fact that I left my work at home, or I don't have my work. Because if you put it all in this one binder with these 5 dividers, you should have everything you need. Each teacher have their own way of organizing their section. Now we're talking about the Avid section right here. See, it's, you know, because that's where a teacher insists that each student do their best that they're capable of doing. You know, it basically means that right now we are making excellence a necessity. It's not being mean, it's just making excellence a necessity. Remember that acronym MEAN is making excellence a necessity. All right, so once we go ahead, we're going to start with our tabs. In this class, we should have 4. We should have Costa's level of thinking and questioning, reading, and focus note taking, and Socratic seminar. So if I have all of this work in here, and I did forget about the CTAE class, but here we took notes on focus note taking. And as you see, it was how does 10-24-7 strategy help me with learning retention. I would take this, and this was supposed to be 10-24-7. It's supposed to be filed behind focus note taking. Okay, and here we are with our other notes, and we all know that this was for Costa's level of thinking, the 3 levels. So this would be filed behind Costa's. So what happens is that to make it easy, I have these Post-it notes. I have these names for the section. If this was Costa's level of thinking, I would put it right here. And then I would have all the work that deal with, and right here, you see this one right here is focus note taking. So I would use this tab for focus note taking. As you see, we have focus note taking right here. I'll switch that. All right, so right here we have Costa's. So I will put Costa's level of thinking. So you see in the Avid section, behind this tab that says Avid, I have different Avid. I have the tabs. All the work that deals with focus note taking. Notice I don't have humongous big dividers like this. I have that one to be my main thing to say this is Avid. But in the Avid, I use Post-it notes to separate the sections. And that's where our problem has come in. We haven't been separating the sections. So we have the Costas, and then after that, we could have reading information right here, and then we can have, I'm going to go back, and I don't have one for Socratic Seminar because that is new. And some of you all, when you see this, you won't have it either because we are doing Socratic Seminar and what it is this week. So that would be a new tab that you would have, and you will take these ragged edges off because we don't want anything raggedy in our portfolio. So you see I'm taking the ragged edges off. And once we do that, we will have our Socratic Seminar and we will be done. Here we go. Our Socratic Seminar section will be in the back because it came after the other ones. So our first section again is Costa's level of thinking and questioning. Our second section is reading. Our third section is focused note taking, FNT. And our fourth section is Socratic Seminar. And as we go forward, we add more tabs. Just remember the tabs that we have so that you all will be on point with what we need to do and keeping yourselves organized in the Avid section. The ELA section, the social studies section, the science section, and the math section will be identified how to organize that section based on how that teacher wants you to organize it. But it should still be work within that section with these big major tabs. And the sections are behind it. So, thank you very much. And I am sure that we are going to have some super duper organized binders. Even though we are remote, we still are on the path of excellence. Where here in this class, the extra is to be mean, but it is to make excellence a necessity. Have a great day of teaching and learning, and thank you for joining us. Miss Honeybee out.